Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, 23 Flavors of Stitching. My name is Kirsten and this is take number 2 of this video, which is Flosstube number 19, and it is July 14th of 2021. I just finished filming, went back to check on it, start editing, see if I needed to get rid of the zipper sounds or anything, and my mic volume was all the way down, so you couldn't hear me at all. So I don't know where to start now, because all of my purchases are right here, but okay. First, we will start with I coffee tea dyed fabric for the very first time. I did it because I am getting ready to start One Nation, which is the flag by ByGone stitches. And I didn't have fabric that I wanted for it, and so I thought, hey, this would be the perfect time to try my hand at coffee tea dyeing. So this is my first attempt. It is on 14 count Aida, and I actually really like it. I was planning on, I wasn't sure what count I wanted to stitch the flag on. So I did 14 count Aida first, and then I didn't know how that was going to turn out, so I did some 11 count so that I could put some of the Prairie Schooler Santas. I have two. So I did some 11 count so that I could make the Prairie Schooler Santas into pillows. Here's the second piece of 11 count. And after that, I did 18 count, and it just didn't turn out how I wanted it, so I might dunk it again and see how it goes, because I don't love that. My white will work on either one. I checked. There it is. So I just don't know. Maybe I'll just stitch it on 14 count and have a huge flag. I don't know. Next, I have some starts. I had two new starts. Actually, first we will go in, I have two projects that I am UFOing, which is unfinished object, or I'm just altering it so that I can be done sooner. So the first one is my 2020 Blackwork Sal by Peppermint Purple. I didn't even start it in 2020. I started it in 2021. It's fine. I'm doing it on 18 count opalescent Aida, and I've decided that I'm going to finish this row, and then I'm going to make it into a bookmark. Every time I look at this pattern, or not even the pattern, every time I look at the project, when I'm deciding, when I don't have a real pull to anything for the day and I am looking for something to stitch, I kind of cringe. I don't know why, because I think it's absolutely beautiful. I just am kind of done stitching it. And I had big plans to do this one and to do the 2021 Blackwork Sal stitch along, and this one I was going to do in dark purple down to yellow. I had a whole color palette, I had it all figured out, and then the 2021 Blackwork Sal I was going to do the same layout, except I was going to do it reverse. That's not going to happen. I've completely unkitted the 2021 Sal. I put the fabric back, I put the thread away, I'm done. So that's what I'm doing with that one. If it stays like this, if I do not touch it by January 2022, I'm just going to scrap the whole fabric. I don't even care at this point. If I haven't touched it in 5 months, it's going away. The next project that I am saying goodbye to is I would be pleased to RSVP As Pending. That sentiment is from Schitt's Creek, and I love the sentiment. I just don't love the pattern that I bought. I was even trying to change the font, and I just don't like it. However, I found one that I do like on Etsy. So I'm going to frog this. I'm going to keep the fabric, see if the other pattern will fit on this. If not, I'll find something else for it. And this is just on 16 count white Aida, so. All right. Next, I have some new starts. If I can find them. Okay, found them. So, first I have Miami by AwesomePatternStudio on Etsy. They also have their own website. This is my next project along with Maui for my Travel Tuesday. And I'm stitching it on 16 count Lambswool. And I really like it. It's been really fun to stitch. I started this while we were camping. My other new start is Little Women by SapphireMtHandcrafts, and this is the book that we are currently reading for Stitching Book Club. You can get the pattern on Etsy. It is a mystery stitch along, so she sends out emails if you have purchased the pattern on Etsy, and whenever a new part is released, she sends you an email. I'm using the called for DMC, and I'm stitching it on 14 count Oatmeal Aida. I really like it so far. This is still the first part. The second part has been released. I'm almost finished listening to the first part, and I listen to the audiobook while I stitch. It's really nice not to have to worry about like if I'm missing anything, if I'm watching Flosstube or a TV show. I really like listening to audiobooks while I stitch. And I need a drink. This is not my normal 23 flavors. Today, I got Mountain Dew as my base soda. Okay. Next, I have some works in progress, or whips. And I'm just going to go by which order I pull them out of this pile instead of in order of the way I stitch them. So, first, I have Pop, or Made in the USA, because I haven't decided what I'm doing yet, but it is by Lizzie Kate, and it's this one right here. So I'm working on the fireworks. I haven't decided if I'm going to do Pop or Made in the USA yet. I am stitching this on 18 count Vintage Country Mocha, and I'm doing my own color conversion. This dark blue is Classic Colorworks Wavy Navy, and this red is Classic Colorworks Ruby Slippers. For the white, I am doing Weeks Dye Works White Lightning, and for the light blue, I haven't decided yet. It is tentatively going to be Weeks Dye Works Blue Coat Blue. I'm sorry if you can hear my stomach. I'm hungry. It is 5 o'clock. I didn't eat lunch today. And I'm hungry, so I'm sorry if you can hear my stomach. Next up is another Stitching Book Club design from SapphireMtHandcrafts. This is Sense and Sensibility, which was the first book of 2021. And I finished the middle flower. Last time you saw it, I only had the white done, and I finished the middle part the other night, and I'm going to start working down the flower. I'm stitching this on 14 count light blue Aida. There are 2 color conversions for this chart her name is slipping my mind. I am so sorry. I feel like it's close to my name. There are 2 colorways. One is a colorway stitching it on blue fabric, which is the called for, and one is the colorway stitching it on white fabric, so the flowers are blue instead of white. If you would like to see someone who has done it that way, you can check out Mary Ashcraft. She did a great job, and she's actually stitching it on white and gray gingham, not just on a plain white fabric, and her stitching looks beautiful. So if you want to see it that way, go check her video out. I don't know when she last posted about it. I can try and find that. Next up is a pattern off of Etsy. It is the Brain by NikkiPattern. And this is where we're at. I'm gonna fold this fabric down so you don't see the light shining through. I filled in the red over here, and then I decided that I didn't want to leave the whole gray side for the end, so I came over here and started working on this. And if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I had to rip all of this out and stitch it again. So this is the second time that I stitched it. It's all correct now, thank goodness. I could not for the life of me figure out where I messed up. I had messed up down here. I had missed one row. So now it's correct. And I am stitching that on 14 count platinum, and I'm using the called for DMC. I'm actually really surprised that that project didn't stay in timeout longer. It was in timeout for like the evening, and then the next day I sat down and I pulled everything out while my husband was fishing because I didn't want to do it later. Okay, next up is a stitch along that I'm doing. The stitch along was created by Evelyn from Evelyn Across the Pond and Morgan, who is Honeybee Stitcher, and it is a stitch along. The hashtag is #HelloQuakerSal, and it is, you can stitch either of Hello from Liz Mathews Quaker patterns. She has one that is Quaker Snowflakes, and I think, I am so sorry, I am stitching Quaker Pumpkins, so is Evelyn, and so is Morgan, but you can stitch either one. This is the middle pumpkin. And if you watched my last video, you know I didn't have an idea of if I was going to keep All Hallows Eve down here. I decided that I'm going to rip it out. So I'm going to rip this out, I'm going to rip that out, and then I'll put the bottom border up here. I'm stitching this on 18 count Oatmeal. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I am using the called for colors except for one. Instead of Weeks Dye Works Gunmetal, I am using Gentle Arts Carriage Black. And my last work in progress is my Canada sampler by Stitchrovia. I'm stitching this on 16 count Aida using all the called for colors. This is going to be a gift for my dad. And I finished a couple motifs on here. So I worked down here. I did the lobster, the lighthouse, and I finished this building. And I think it looks really good. Here we go. There's the whole thing. I'm only working on it when I feel called to work on it, and when that happens, I try to, if they're smaller motifs like the lobster, I try to finish 3 of them, 2 or 3 of them. If they're bigger, then I try to do like half, or do like the first half of my stitches, and then I can complete it later. That is all for works in progress. This is actually going faster the second time around. Right here, oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot to do that. Okay, really quick, I'm going to talk about 2 Flosstubers that, one is new to me. So first I would like to say sign. I'd like to say hi to, I think her sign name is Amy, who is Creativity by Gidge on Instagram and here on Flosstube. I found her over Memorial Day weekend because of her Stitch With Me's. After her Stitch With Me's, I wanted to see if she did regular Flosstube updates, and she did. And I noticed that she was using sign language in her videos, so I was kind of curious, and I went back and found where she explained how she knows sign and all that, and we've connected on Instagram because of that. I learned sign language in high school. My teacher was deaf, and she was awesome. She was my favorite teacher. I don't remember a lot, but that's okay. I took it for almost 3 years. But then I stopped practicing, so I forgot a lot, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. I really like watching Amy's videos, so if you haven't watched any of hers, go check her out. The next Flosstuber is new. She has 4 videos up so far, and it is Elizabeth from Frizzy Lizzie Stitches here on Flosstube and on Instagram. She's awesome. She's younger like me. If you haven't seen her videos, go check her out. She also crochets, and right now she's crocheting a Coraline doll, which is really cool. So go check her out too. I can't believe I forgot to do that at the beginning. I did it at the beginning of the first try. So now that that's out of the way, I'm going to talk about some purchases. So if you want to stop watching here, go ahead and stop watching. All that I'm going to be talking about is some things that I've purchased. So, all right. First up, I have some new needle minders. I'm missing one. I don't know where it is. I will have the Etsy shops listed down below so that you can find the Etsy shops if you would like. This one is MadForMinders, and this needle minder says, "Dogs make me happy, humans make my head hurt." That's about how I feel. So next up is from Her name is Pam. Her shop is AwesomePatternStudio. Right here is my address, so her shop will also be linked down below. This is the needle minder I got from her. This reminds me of my childhood. I don't know if I've told you this or not. My family, mostly my dad, really likes the Peanuts characters, and so for every holiday we watched the Charlie Brown Christmas, Great Pumpkin, all of those in their respective holidays. We watched them, and my dad played Linus in his high school production of Your Great Man Charlie Brown, so there's a connection there. Reminds me of my childhood. And then this is the last needle minder, my 23 flavors, my Dr. Pepper. Next up, really quick, I got 2 colors. I got multiple skeins of these colors, but I just want to show you one of each. They're both Gentle Arts. One is wrought iron, and it's kind of like a bluish black, and it's really pretty. And I got these colors to work on some of the Hello from Liz Mathews patterns that are only one color. And the other one I got is Onyx from Gentle Arts, and it's like a blackish, or a brownish black, brownish gray. It's really cool. Really like it. Okay. Next up, in light of Barb Adams from Blackbird Designs passing away, I bought some Blackbird Designs patterns. I got 4 of them. So one is October Harvest. It's 3 stockings for October. There's this one, and then the other 2 stockings are on the back. I also got Souvenirs of Summer. I really like the bird. And the other patterns are on the back as well. And then I also got For My Friend. I mainly got this one for the stocking. I'll show you the stocking real quick. Trying to make sure that there's not a pattern. So this is just the stocking template, but I love this stocking. I don't know why, because I don't usually like pink, but I say with pink nails. And then the last Blackbird Designs I got was Casting a Spell. I don't have a lot of Halloween stitch up, so I thought it would be nice to stitch some more Halloween. And then I also got an order from 123 Stitch. I got 2 Silver Creek Samplers patterns. If you watched my last video, you know that we unexpectedly lost my uncle at the end of June. So I decided that I hope you didn't see a lot of that. I decided that I wanted to stitch When Life is Done for my aunt. So I need to get started on that. Need to make sure I have all the colors. My dogs are mad at me because I've been in here for an hour, a little over an hour now, and I wasn't supposed to be. The next Silver Creek samplers I got is Through the Storms, and I wanted to stitch this for me and my husband. And then the last thing that I purchased is this book from Amazon, Mega Mini Cross Stitch. I don't know if this is actually going to be helpful for what I got it for. I got it to see if it would help me with the colors for the changes that I'm making on Chester's place to put my dogs in it, and it only has the faces of the dogs. It doesn't have like the bodies, so I don't know if I will end up keeping this. Who knows? But that's the last thing that I got, and that's it. I don't remember if I've talked about this. For the last couple of weeks, before we went camping, I would just, every day I would tell my husband, I want to get out of here. I want to go where no one knows us. I want to go and get away. So that's why we ended up going camping last week. And then this weekend, I'm headed down south with my husband and my father-in-law. We have to do some work down in southern Utah and in Nevada. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do down there, like work-wise, but I have some friends that I can see. So that'll be fun. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And I'm sad because of the last video. So if I seemed a little down in this video, that's why. I'm really sad about my first video not working out because I was actually really happy with that take. So I'm gonna go eat some dinner and feed my dogs, and I will see you guys in a couple of weeks.